that the Kenya Forest Service manages public relations is that they never tell the public when they are planning to do something or engage even the stakeholders in the community when they are developing plans for anything to do with our forests. You will wake up one day and Karura Forest is trending, they are cutting trees, they have not told anybody, and then they come and tell you they were harvesting mature trees. Now, Honorable Speaker, they have gone into Ngong Road Forest, and out of the blue, somebody is building a hotel in the middle of the forest without telling anybody. Honorable Speaker, it takes the locals there, the people, the neighbors, to raise the alarm and say there's something that is happening in the forest, for them to come out. And then I saw the chief conservator of forests coming there and saying, oh, the project is above board. Our constitution requires transparency. When you are dealing with public property, all it takes, Honorable Speaker, is for KFS to tell us, these are the plans for this particular forest, engage the stakeholders, engage the public, let us have NEMA on board, so that we are all clear that there is a project that is happening and this is how it's going to benefit us, especially when it comes to conservation of a forest. But this issue of them waiting for social media outrage, then they come and tell us, oh, this thing is above board. Honorable Speaker, we need to call out the Kenya Forest Service. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, on the statement that has been brought by my sister, Senator Karen Nyamu, when the current governor, Sakaja, was running, he promised a city of dignity and order. I will leave it to the public to judge his performance so far, whether there is dignity and there is order in this city. Honorable Speaker, because my office is across from me is at KICC, sometimes even leaving KICC is difficult. There's hawkers protesting at his office every day. The inhumane manner in which these kanjos continue to handle the people, Honorable Speaker, we have to call him out, because he's the one who made a specific promise. It is as if these city council askaris, Honorable Speaker, are incorrigible. That even when he promised us that he's going to take them for trainings about what training do you need to be humane when you're doing your job, Honorable Speaker? Just recently, the PWDs who also do their business on the streets in Nairobi were kicked out. And Honorable Speaker, you know, these are people who need to be handled with care. Every single day you wake up, Honorable Speaker, there is a case of these kanjos mishandling Kenyans and the people of Nairobi. So when the governor appears before this committee, let him answer to the people of Nairobi what is going on with this force. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Bone.
Mr. Speaker, in 1989, Parliament kept quiet when Professor Wangari Maathai single-handedly fought the president, the then president of Kenya, over grabbing of Uhuru Park, because they wanted to put up a hotel of 60-story. I want to congratulate Senator Seki that now you have allowed Parliament to speak to this attempt to grab the Ngong Road forest. Mr. Speaker, the committee must clearly tell the country who is the developer. 2, does Ngong Road forest still exist, or these politicians have excised it and shared it among themselves? Mr. Speaker, I want to request members of the public to forgive some of the clean politicians. Not all politicians want to grab land, want to have land in the city. A green space in a city is a big thing. It must not take any effort to protect it. And because this is not an accident, Mr. Speaker, this developer actually went there, received permits, he was given licenses, he has even cut trees in that place, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it must concern this House that this attempt is a stone throw away from Talanda City. So these greedy people, corrupt people, they are dying to have a hotel next to the new city so that they can do business. All this is vanity. Why don't they ask God? God will tell them that whether they like it or not, the law will catch up with them, and death is going to catch up with them. Let us protect Nairobi, the famous green city in the sun. Mr. Speaker.
Senator Morgan.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir, I wanted to seek a clarification from the communication that you had earlier made to the House, touching on Senator Gloria Oroba. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to bring it to the attention
Senator Mogeni,
yes.
We are now on comments on the statement that have been requested. If you don't have any comments, kindly yield.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, I wanted on 11th of May 2021, President was set. A similar communication was made to the House.
Yes, but let us dispense with the comments.
My majority
first.
Here.
Let us dispense with the comments
thank
first.
You.
Because we have limited time to do this.
I abide.
Senator Osotsi. No, Senator Osotsi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to comment on two statements. The first statement by Senator Sifuna on the affairs of the Kenya Rugby Union. Mr. Speaker, it's unfortunate that most of the sporting associations in Kenya are riddled with corruption and mismanagement. And I think it's important that the committee that will be looking at this matter to go to the depth of the issues at the Kenya Rugby Union, so that those officials who are involved in any kind of malpractice should be subjected to the law. It is unfortunate that our associations which are supposed to be managing the sports for the welfare of our youth, they are instead turning those associations into money-minting ventures. And that is why this country, which has huge potential in sports, is lagging behind in sports because of the conduct of the very people who are supposed to be managing this association. I also want to comment on the statement by Senator Mwaruma on the issue of non-remittance of statutory deduction by county governments. Mr. Speaker, this problem is rampant in most counties. We continue to see queries around non-remittance of SACCO dues, non-remittance of NSSF, non-remittance of SHA and other important statutory deduction by county government. But one question that we must be asking ourselves, what is the role of control of budget? Because the control of budget is the one who approves these requisitions. How does she approve requisition of salaries without checking on the status of statutory deduction? I think it's important that the control of budget must be summoned by this House to explain how he or she is able to approve salaries without the statutory deduction being included. Because that is where the problem is, Mr. Speaker. We have so many staff in our county governments who cannot access SACCO loans, and yet they have been deducted SACCO amount from their salaries, and they are suffering. Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious problem, and how I wish the committee concerned should not just stop at Taita Taveta county government, but all the other county governments which are engaged in this very serious malpractice of not submitting remittance to the relevant institutions, including SACCOs. Mr. Speaker, I expect that the committee will invite all the other counties which have this problem. And even as we speak about this, Mr. Speaker, we did an inquiry the other day in my committee on the pensions, where counties owe pensioners
Senator Fernandi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I rise to support the statement by Senator Edwin Watenya Sifuna on the affairs of Kenya Rugby Union. Mr. Speaker, sports associations have turned into conclaves and enclaves of perpetuating corruption, and they feel that they cannot be held accountable. Mr. Speaker, as much as some of us are fans of sports, it does not give the license to officials in our sports federation to carry out the bad manners that we are seeing that they are trying to do. Mr. Speaker, I want to demand the following as a progress. That Office of the Auditor General must forthwith do special and forensic audit against financial statements of Kenya Rugby Union, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, the DCI must fast track the investigations of fraudulent activities within Kenya Rugby Union, Mr. Speaker, and be held accountable. I normally see DCI very efficient when it comes to arresting politicians. I want to test their efficiency in concluding this investigation into fraudulent activities in Kenya Rugby Union. Mr. Speaker, the fourth point is the number of board members. Their terms have expired. Mr. Speaker, we should follow the law in this country. Mr. Speaker, and that is why I'm saying football, and I want to challenge officials of Sports Federation, Basketball, Athletics Kenya, Federation of the Football, Mr. Speaker, all federations, including Kenya Rugby Union Federation. Why do they fear elections? As politicians, we don't fear elections. Mr. Speaker, you remember Athletics Kenya have never held elections for almost 10 years. There's 15 years, they are staying longer than Mugabe. Why would want people to be Mugabes of this world? What is so special in clinging to power in our federations, Mr. Speaker? The other day, Football Federation of Kenya held elections, Mr. Speaker, and nothing has happened. What is it that Kenya Rugby Union fear in holding an election for part of transparency and accountability, Mr. Speaker? And I want to assure the Senator of Nairobi, we are in this together to the full whole, Mr. Speaker. We must fix the mess in Kenya Rugby Union. It cannot be business as usual, Mr. Speaker. Finally, on Senator Karen Nyamu's statement on harassment, Mr. Speaker, the current governor told us, Sakaja, that lazima I work. Unfortunately, I work. That's the position. It doesn't work. Mr. Speaker, how can you? I was embarrassed. I expected the women of this country to be demonstrating on streets for sexual harassment in the guise by these askaris, Mr. Speaker. How can you harass the disabled, the PWDs, Mr. Speaker? The mama bogas, the border, the hustlers, Mr. Speaker. We will not allow Sakaja to get away with this. It must be dealt with. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Omtata.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I begin by commenting on the statement by Senator Karen on the hawkers. We must realize that hawking is a very important industry in any area or in any society, because it's in hawking. It's only in hawking that you need minimum capital to be able to engage and trade. With 50 shillings, you can buy tomatoes and make 100 shillings at the end of the day. So we only need to find a way of regulating this industry of quick wealth generation so that young people can be able to engage in it. And also, given the low capital requirements, sometimes it's the only area where people are disadvantaged can engage in some form of